welcome back to my channel. My name is Nurse Deja for those who don't know, and thank you for tuning in to this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. So I noticed that there wasn't any up-to-date information on YouTube about 2021 nurses and how much they make. And this is like the most popular question I wanted to know. You probably want to know because you're watching the video, is how much do nurses actually make? And I'm about to break it down for you guys, okay? The salary that I'm getting the numbers from that are from 2021, they're gonna be base pay. That means it doesn't include overtime, it doesn't include weekends, it doesn't include any type of shift differential, okay? This is just the base pay. And you know, you will obviously be able to work up from there because most of the time you're gonna end up having to do some type of weekend work, right? So 3 top things that will influence how much money you're making is, 1, your education level. So like, for example, that would be the difference between you having an associate. Obviously the person with the bachelor's degree will start getting paid more money. The second thing that's gonna matter is your experience. So if you have 1 to 2 years experience, or maybe you have 5 to 8 years experience, that will all vary and also determine how much money you will start off at. And then the last thing depends on your location, your state. Some states pay nurses more, and I'll be breaking that down to the top 5 states in 2021 that pay nurses the most. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it, into North Carolina, because I work in North Carolina and I can tell you guys if what they're putting out there is you know, accurate and correct. And so the base pay for North Carolina is $51,000. So that is roughly about $25 an hour, okay? Now, I know everybody probably always be thinking nurses are like making bank. Now, that's not including me working night shift. That's not including me working the weekends. That's not including, you know, all the different types of shift differential. And if you're working night shift, you know you're gonna get more money compared to day shift. It all really varies. And I just want to go ahead and also mention, if you happen to work for a government hospital, that they typically make more than the annual mean salary. And this is just a median salary of the average of all the nurses in North Carolina. So it doesn't mean that that's how much exactly you will make, but that is just the average of how much nurses make in North Carolina, not including those 3 factors we just talked about and not including all those other things, right? So who is paying nurses the most money? California, okay, y'all. California is really paying nurses a buku money. I think so. California is bringing in a whopping $120,000 for a nurse. That is the average nurse and average base pay for a nurse. Now, you guys also can't forget to, you know, factor in cost of living in these places. And I know the cost of living in California is probably extremely high, so you do want to factor that in. The second state that's coming in is Hawaii, with $102,000 a year for nurses. Massachusetts will be next. Massachusetts and Oregon have the same, almost the same. They both coming around 96,000, with being like a couple hundred in difference between them. And then lastly is going to be Alaska, coming in with 95,000. So there you have it, the top 5 states that pay nurses the most: California, Hawaii, Oregon, Massachusetts, and Alaska. Unfortunately, North Carolina is not in there. As you can see, we're only beating it by $50-something thousand. So I don't want the $50,000 to ever discourage you from getting into a field. Always remember that. Don't get into nursing because of the money. That is not a good reason. I promise you won't last. But the good thing about nursing is that you have so many opportunities to do so many different things other than bedside. And I'm going to be doing another video talking about the different types of professions that you can do others than the bedside, because I'm personally interested in myself. I'm always almost coming up on a year of being as a med-surg/telemetry nurse, and I'm definitely wanting to expand my knowledge, and I want to expand my job title. I'm kind of over being at the hospital, but I do think being at a hospital builds foundation, and I needed that. And so I'm enjoying my time while I'm here. Even though I'm giving you guys the annual base rate, And there's obviously going to be a lot of variability due to all these factors that I've already named, but I just want to make sure y'all also remember that you can also always become a travel nurse where you can get paid a lot more money. Okay, $8,000 a week, $10,000 a week. I know during COVID they were paying a lot of money. So these numbers really vary on the state. It just really varies, and I haven't heard anything as far as in North Carolina that your pay varies on what floor you work on. Like when I talk about that, I mean I don't have there's no variant if I go to ICU versus if I go to the med surg unit. I just want to let you know, guys, if you are a new grad like myself, they start you off all at the same base pay. It's not specialized because you don't start making more money because you're going to the ICU, even though it is sometimes a different higher level of critical thinking. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys stay tuned to my next video where I'll be talking about different types of professions other than bedside nursing. Please comment below what state you work in and how much money you making if you want to let everybody know. If not, keep that to yourself, and I'm just going to keep sipping my tea, okay? Alright, you guys have a great rest of your day. Always follow me at Native Love for my personal account and all things nursing. Follow my nursing page at Nurse Deja. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.